This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This is it. The world as you know it is over. Completely done. It's not about to be over. It's over.
Some of the scientists who helped build AI are now sounding the alarm.
I was selling AI as a great thing for decades, and I was wrong.
There's a longer-term existential threat that will arise when we create digital beings that are more intelligent than ourselves. We have no idea whether we can stay in control.
While others say that AI will usher in unfathomable abundance.
I've always believed that it's going to be the most important invention that humanity will ever make.
This really will be a world of abundance.
And among these fears and these fantasies, we seek the story of our future. Listen to The Last Invention on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is the TJ Show. It's an interesting discussion here. Experts are weighing in on this. Mental health experts talking about what kind of a household you were brought up in. One that celebrates passing gas or one that considers it shameful. And they're saying that this could actually have an effect on our lives. I never realize what my dad was doing, but he was really raising me in the right way.
Okay.
I was definitely in a house where you were rewarded for performance. You know, I'd be upstairs on the 3rd floor, and I can hear my dad in the basement. And so I was definitely
impressive.
I was
House
definitely
shook.
right. The house.
Little rumble. Went through the vents.
Yeah, it looked like it was an earthquake.
Little rumble from the tumble.
But anyway, mental health experts weighing in on this, saying that it can be an indication of how you handle embarrassment, how you express vulnerability, how you get along with potential partners, or even how secure you feel in your most human, imperfect moments. So they're saying if you were in a house that was celebrating or laughing about this, it might have actually helped your brain. They didn't say anything about your nose, but they said your brain.
Yeah, now your nose is a different story.
Now, if you grew up in a household where there was shame around this very human condition, these are people who are probably more likely to hold it in until they're alone, sneak off to a reasonably close bathroom, or respond with a profuse apology. It's interesting because I guess there's a lot of stress in that when you're constantly trying to hide that.
I know that keeping anything in when it's supposed to come out of your body isn't good for your body. I know that much.
Tears, another example.
Yeah.
This habitual self-monitoring often runs deeper than etiquette. It can manifest as perfectionism, fear of judgment, or an increased concern with appearing attractive and socially desirable, particularly in romantic relationships. And they interviewed people about this. One woman that was interviewed said she described the culture shock of suddenly needing to improvise and escape from the house because the boyfriend was in a shame household. So she'd have to figure out a way to get away from him, and it was weird for their relationship. On the other hand, another person said that she was raised in a shame household. The boyfriend was not. So she said she was so disgusted with him because he would constantly do it and laugh that eventually, while it's not the reason that they broke up, she did eventually break up, and it ruined the relationship in some way.
That's unfortunate. My husband Archie and I, we just laugh.
Same.
If something happens, I'm like, ooh, and he's like, and then if something happens over here, he's like, okay. We rate it. So it's just, we laugh about it. But also I grew up laughing about it too. I think he did too. So it works out.
It
in our
all
household.
worked out.
Yeah.
I find my wife every time it happens to her, but it's only happened 3 times.
That's
no,
horrible.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. Go ahead.
Yeah, we definitely grew up in a house where it was celebrated almost. My dad would always say, "Oh, what are you shooting bunny rabbits?" I'd never understood what that meant.
But look, you're very comfortable, right?
Oh yeah, my husband
You
and
joke
I,
around.
Yeah, we're good
it's
with
great.
it.
I don't even have to ask Kenny about his household.
Yeah, my
just
dad-
look at him.
Right, exactly. You just know.
My dad used to call it the barking spider.
That's great.
Hey, I guess I stepped on that barking spider. Oh, this one's got halitosis.
But
That's
yeah,
great.
I mean, it was generally celebrated in my household. Sometimes it was weaponized. My brother John would sometimes use it as,
It's
a
unfortunate.
weapon.
But I guess it did more good for all of us than we ever imagined.
Yeah.
I think so.
One of our favorite listeners. Look at this. It's B-Boy Logic in Long Island. Hey.
Hey, B-Boy.
Hey, what's up, guys?
B-Boy, tell me, what is the most exciting part of your life right now?
Most exciting part of my life is teaching kids how to break dance. I love it.
You know,
awesome.
My kids, they all go to dance, and they're doing like ballet and tap dance. They're so flexible. I'm actually impressed, and I think it's good for their health.
Yes, it is very good for your health. I'm 50 years old and I'm still breakdancing. I should tell you something. I started when I was 5.
Do you have a sponsorship with Tylenol? Because my body would hurt doing all that at 50 on the floor.
No, see, the thing is if you stop moving, you're going to be in pain. If you keep moving, your body stays fluid. I got a cousin who's 68 years old. He still teaches Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to kids. His name is Richard.
That's awesome.
Hey, Richard.
Right. That's dope.
Well, I've been telling my kids I want them to get into some sort of a fighting class so they can be fighting dancers. And if anyone tries to mess with them, they can do all kinds of graceful moves. You'd probably be a better fighter if you know how to dance, right?
Yeah, I teach kids I teach breakdancing at a martial arts school on the weekends as well, and it enhances their Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
You want to, if you're going to stick your kids in a school that teaches fight, make sure that's like a mixed martial arts school, teaches Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and stand-up like a Krav Maga or Taekwondo or Thai boxing or Muay Thai, something that they can use their hands and their ground game. So this way they're ready if they end up on the floor. But they always want to end it before it gets to the ground.
Well, you know,
because you don't know who's out there that's going to try to jump on you.
Yep.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I have 3 daughters, and like it literally freaks me out. I'm like, these kids one day they're just going to be navigating the world, and the hurdle that I keep coming across is that they're afraid that they're going to get hurt in the class. So how do you deal with that with kids, where you get them over that fear? Because I think they envision going in and like beating each other up.
No, just take them down. What you got to do is you got to take them to a school physically, bring them there, and let them watch. Watch other kids their own age getting into it and doing this and having fun doing it and learning from each other. And then they'll just be like, oh, okay. And then the next thing you know, your daughters will be like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champions on the circuit, just going to competitions and arm-barring people left and right.
I can see that.
I have this one little girl that I teach breakdancing to at the dojo. Her name is Avery. Amazing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu artist. She is so good, and she only started last January. And within a year's time, I call her Armbar Avery because she armbars everybody she comes and gets. She actually suffered her first loss this past weekend, but in martial arts and in dance, we don't take a loss as a loss. We take it as a learning experience. So you don't even when you don't win, you don't lose, you learn.
That's right.
I love that. Man, if we could apply that to pretty much every area of our life.
Right there.
Yeah, we'd be in good shape. Well, B-Boy, thank you for that. I really appreciate your insight, and you better believe I'm going to take this back to my kids. It's a great idea. I didn't grow up in that world, so it's totally foreign to me, but I'm very intrigued by it, especially for today. I mean, you take one look at me, B-Boy, you know, it wasn't my world. But I think it's very important.
And it's important for anybody to know self-defense because you never know what's going to happen. Never know.
Absolutely. There he is, B-Boy Logic on Long Island. J-Bo, do you mind if I admit something to you?
Yeah, that's fine. Go for it.
I was thinking about you all day yesterday.
That's so weird.
Well, because I knew it was your anniversary with your husband, Archie.
Did you have other things to think about?
Well, no, because when we left, I asked, I was like, well, what are you doing for the anniversary? And it seemed like you didn't quite know what was going to happen yet.
Anniversary in January is tough because it's like where we are, it's cold, and usually you want to go out and do stuff, but when it's cold, you want to stay inside. So, yeah, we didn't really have any plans. It was just kind of chill.
You can do stuff inside.
You know what I mean? I wanted to go out and like see things and see the world.
Well, while I was falling asleep last night, my eyes were getting heavy. I was thinking, I wonder what J-Bo's military man is doing right now for her.
He was working. First of all, that's also weird.
Creepy.
No, but you were thinking about that while you're
It's
falling
weird that
asleep.
you're whispering it, too.
Well, because I was I always think Archie's so awesome.
Yeah.
Like he knows how to navigate things like, fields that are dangerous. And he knows how to drive a tank, right?
Yes.
Okay. Fly an airplane?
Probably.
Okay, cool. And also he's married to J-Bo. And so I just
the
wonder,
coolest thing about him.
what is your life like when he's your guy? So tell us what he did. I know he did something.
I can't tell you all the business and what my life is like because he's my guy. Because if I do, then people will slide into the DMs, and then I got to go after people, and I don't want to do that.
This is a protection
I don't want to
mechanism.
put my skills to the test.
Well,
but yesterday, he did work late. But when he got home, he brought home some chocolates, a cake that we can share, and some flowers.
Nice.
So yeah, it was
Classic.
nice. Yeah, classic.
So
We
he
don't
thought of
have-
something.
Yeah, he did. We don't have
Okay.
any other plans. We're kind of we're chilling this time right now.
And was that satisfying?
Yeah, I was very thankful. I love receiving flowers. I used to be the kind of girl that didn't like receiving flowers because flowers are just dead. I mean, you're buying dead things
Yep.
because they're cut off from the vines or it's dead. But I like them now. I've started to like them more.
Well, that's wonderful. And as you heard, she can't share it all, and that is under strict military order.
That's right.
She's not allowed to share it all, and there's good reason for that. Because he's a special guy.
He is
and
special.
And you don't want over to any other ladies with a special guy. You don't want to overbrag about your man because then all of a sudden people start to notice.
That's how. Yeah.
And they go, "Who is that guy?" So good for you, J-Bo.
You gotta be smart, man. When your relationship isn't going so great, you can't complain too much about it because somebody who will try to, slip in there, and if it's going amazing, you can't brag too much about it because somebody will try to slip in there.
That's right. Well,
People are weird.
I'm proud of you. Great
Thank you.
job. Great celebration.
It was nice, yeah.
This is the TJ Show, and happy 8 years
Yes.
to J-Bo. J-Bo, I see a phone line blinking,
All right.
and right next to it, it says the name Candy in Wisconsin.
Oh, yes. Pick it up.
But now, Candy wants to talk about New Year's resolutions, and I mean, we're sort of done with that at this point, right? Should I just pick it up?
I think some people are still in their resolutions. Yeah, go ahead and pick it up.
Okay, she has a question about it. Candy in Wisconsin. Always great to hear from you. What can we do for you today?
I always wondered, why do people do that? Because, I don't know, I would say 8 out of 10 people who discuss that they're going to have this new year, new me, they don't really do anything.
Yeah, people love to talk.
Nothing changes because the calendar changes unless you're making changes.
If it's going to be a new me, it's going to be not because it's a new year, but because I want to better myself.
There you go.
Yeah, see, you and J-Bo could start a support group. You get it.
Yeah.
You got to make an internal change. Hey, Candy, I feel like you're burying the headline. So, Candy is our friend now who works in Wisconsin. She's on a dairy farm, and she named a baby cow after me, which I'm very grateful for. When is J-Bo's cow going to be born? When is the J-Bo cow
I
going to
don't
be born?
rush the mother cows. They give birth when they want to give birth.
I don't know, but I just pulled up to work and I sure can ask my boss. I think a J-Bo cow would be super cute.
Yeah,
That's
I
just
think
a
so, too.
good name for a cow.
I think so too.
Not that TJ isn't, but...
Yeah, but I've
J-Bo
been
the
waiting.
cow sounds really nice.
Have you been getting it all impatient, J-Bo?
No,
Because I'm impatient for you.
Absolutely not. No, that baby needs to marinate. It needs to grow and be healthy.
Yeah.
And
Steak is
I
better
will,
marinated.
No, I will. That's
Hey,
not what I meant.
don't talk about your
I
baby
will
like
wait
that.
for that baby.
And Candy, thank you for calling in. And what do you have planned today on the farm? What's on your to-do list?
Yeah, I'm probably milking today.
All right, cool.
And I was so tired. I moved this whole weekend, and I'm still moving. And I've had to do this in the cold. And last night, it was dark. I had taken a couple trips to and from my new place to the old place. And by the time I was done, the last load is still in my car.
Aww.
I was like, I don't even care about this right now. I'm going to bed.
I don't blame you.
Sometimes you got to do that. Yeah, Kenny.
Congratulations on your move.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Candy's a good audience.
Yes.
That's great.
That felt great. Thanks, Candy.
That was very moving.
All right. Well, listen.
All right, I gotta go on
Yeah.
that.
Silly.
We do too.
Time to move along.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Candy. Always great hearing from you.
Move along, guys.
All right, go ahead and move along.
All right.
Take care, Candy.
It's our dairy farm friend.
Okay, bye.
Okay, J-Bo,
What's up?
I want to know if you would want to support a business like this. You ready?
Yeah.
It's a sweater business, and on the website, there are photos of a woman hand knitting a Christmas design, quiet stories of care and beauty. This woman is closing her little studio, and the pieces in this offer are her last. This is your last chance to get these hand knitted sweaters. The About Us section talks about It all started with twin sisters. They run the shop their mother opened in 1972. They share her commitment to a business rooted in family, community, women uplifting women. Do you like women uplifting women, J-Bo?
I'm down for that, yeah.
Okay. Shoppers could take advantage of a sale honoring the boutique's late founder on what would have been her 95th birthday. So nice of those twin sisters to keep running this business. Unfortunately, Kenny, would you like to support this business? You love women.
Will it be delivered in 2 days or less?
Come on, answer the question.
Well, I prefer 2 days or less.
Heather, this sounds good, right?
I love a good sweater made by a woman.
All a lie. Just a big lie. And there are different versions of this story or other feel-good stories. And you see it all the time. There are ads on your social media. Check out this. And it looks nice. It looks pretty. So people have started to dig into this. It turns out, like in this example, these sweaters, they have identical stock images on multiple websites under multiple businesses with the same feel-good story.
I can believe that.
And so people are like, oh yeah, and they look at it at face value. They go, yeah, I want to support that. They don't look into it. Click, they order it. And it's a total scam. Has nothing to do with what they're saying. And this is what we have to navigate on the internet. And what I hate about this is that there are still local businesses that have stories like this.
Yeah.
And then, the word of the year, of the decade maybe, seems to be dilution. So it's diluting these wonderful businesses that are just trying to get ahead. I think of my friend Joyce, who literally hand knits everything she does. I have, that blanket you saw on my couch?
Yeah.
Beautifully handmade for a great price, and it's one of my favorite blankets. How does that cut through the noise on an independent, genuine solo budget when you've got these types of farms that are just in a factory trying to fool people?
And you trust what you see, right, on social. You're just like, okay, fine. It's they paid for the ad. It must be legit.
Yeah.
And then you go to buy it, and then you wait 6 months later, you still haven't received anything.
Yes.
And you just got a confirmation email. That's all you have. No tracking, nothing.
Yeah, it's bizarre. We have these computers to fight with that are trying to scam us and fool us and know what strikes our emotion. Right? Yeah. And they're literally predators. So a couple of things you can do. And by the way, 36% of Americans failed to receive refunds. Like once they figured it out, they can't even get their money back.
I believe it. Because who do you email?
Yeah.
Yeah, who do you reach out to?
They're long gone. The dust is on the road.
Yep.
Check for verifiable details to make sure that you don't get taken by this. Beware of a sob story. Check third-party reviews. Look up the domain. Sometimes you can see very quickly it's not anywhere near where they say they're based. And then trust your gut. If it seems weird, it probably is weird.
Yeah.
And I just found out, Heather, it looks like you were taken by one of these.
I sure was, yeah.
And I think the product is very funny.
It's cool,
now,
right?
We can't say for sure, but considering you ordered it, you paid for it, you still haven't gotten it.
No, it's been a month and a half.
Yeah, and there are reviews that are saying, I never got the product, so it's not just you, Heather.
Correct.
It appears you may have gotten taken by one of these. And how much money was this product?
It wasn't that bad. It was $40, which isn't crazy. I mean,
But
it's still $40.
Yeah, it is a tank of gas.
Yeah.
Explain what it is.
So it's cutting boards, but they look like books. And they kind of like sit on your counter and they look like little bookshelves. It's cute, right? And then on the spine it says like meat and fish, and that's where you cut the meat and fish.
Nice.
Vegetables and fruit, and you cut the vegetables and fruit on that one so they don't mix, contaminate.
That is cute.
Isn't it? Do you see the
cute.
picture? Look how cute it is.
No, the bad reviews. Did you see that when you bought it, or did you see good reviews when you bought it?
I mean, to be fair, this is pretty much on me because I literally just saw it. Just came by on my Instagram and I clicked on it and I was like, "Oh, that's cute," and bought it with Apple Pay. So I did no research. I am the person that these scammers are looking for.
Yeah, they love you. They've got
no
Heather's
research.
picture in the PowerPoint presentation when they train the scammers.
Yeah.
They go, this is who we want.
And when she bought that one, there were like 2 more ads following that. Like, please click here too.
But you showed that to me, and it's interesting. The picture drew me in, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I could use cutting boards that look like books because I'm kind of annoyed how my sloppy cutting boards are all stuffed in the corner of my kitchen counter.
And it comes with a little case that sits nicely on the counter. It looks good.
And so it's interesting. Like of all the things they could have picked, it like satisfies this little need. It's not a ton of money, so most people can just afford it. And they go, yeah, I'd love that. And then it never shows up. So another example. Heather, I'm sorry that it seems you were scammed.
It's okay. It's my fault. I deserve this.
Do you have normal cutting boards?
I do.
Okay.
I do, yeah.
Stick with those.
Yeah,
these are
you didn't need these. You just wanted these.
Yeah, and by the way, one of the greatest things that has saved me the most amount of money is there are 2 notepad entries in my phone. One is a wants list and a needs list. Anything that I want, I put it on there. It needs to survive there for at least a week before I buy it. Most times I don't want it after a week. Yes, Kenny.
Well, I was just saying, these scammers are wasting their time with these sob stories. Heather doesn't need any of that. She'll just buy it, no questions asked.
Right, you didn't have the sob story.
Yeah, the sob story wouldn't work on me anyway.
And it's just a piece of meat and a knife, and you're a vegetarian.
Yeah, exactly.
They really got you. I've become very passionate about stopping hiccups over the years. You may have heard it on the show at some point or another. I was blown away because I was in a doctor's office many years ago, and this was at Mass General Hospital in Boston, one of the most famous hospitals, with some of the smartest people. And I was there for a totally different reason. I got the hiccups mid-appointment, and this doctor looked at me and said, "Oh, breathe in real hard through your nose." And so I did it, and they stopped immediately. I was like, "What did you just do to me? How did you do that?"
You definitely had to pay for that.
Yeah,
Your insurance company definitely had to pay for that.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy, and he refuses to come on the show. I keep trying to celebrate him. Every year I send him an email. I say, "Will you please come on the show?" And he refuses. He's embarrassed to be associated with me. But I think also it might be because he does a different kind of work, and he works with gut health. And so maybe it's like, I don't want to be known as the hiccup guy. Maybe he's trying to avoid becoming a big social media star like this guy has become. There's a doctor from Stanford University. He's a neuroscientist. His name is Andrew Huberman. Years ago, he put out a video that explains what he calls a science-supported technique to reliably stop hiccups. And it's very similar to my guy. And now this video, it's like year after year, it keeps going high up on these trending lists. It's now like one of the top videos on Upworthy, and he's famous for it. This could have been my guy. He didn't want it.
Your guy, yeah, he was making room for him.
Right, very generous. But anyway, the simple technique that this guy suggests, he says you hold your breath, it's a variation on that, and you do short inhales through your nose. So my technique is he says, okay, it's a technique that takes advantage of hypercontracting the phrenic nerve over a short period of time so that it subsequently relaxes or alleviates the spasming of the phrenic nerve. That simple method is to inhale 3 times in a row. This is going to come in handy for you at some point. The method, on first inhale, you breathe in deeply through your nose. Then without exhaling any air, you inhale again through your nose, however brief. Then you inhale a 3rd time, if you can handle it, which might just be a little micro or millisecond of a breath, and you hold your breath for about 15 to 20 seconds before exhaling slowly. People in the comments are raving about this. They're saying that this is a game changer, amazing how fast this works, 10 out of 10. So for what that's worth, that's according to Andrew, throw it in your hiccup toolkit. Yes.
It works because all that inhaling can make you pass out.
Well, that's
so you're no longer hiccuping at all.
I say handle with care. Apparently, people are Googling how to stop hiccups when they get hiccups. One person said, I've had them for the past 30 minutes. I searched for videos. This popped up. And so it's getting more and more popular. Thank you to Andrew Brave Huberman for sharing your technique. I'm going to try this next time, even though I already have one that works. The one inhale works for me. But Kenny, thank you for reminding me. In our archives, we actually have my science experiment. Yeah. I got the hiccups. I recorded myself using the technique that I know, which is just the one inhale through the nose. And you could hear it actually work right here.
For some reason, I'm having a hiccup attack. All right, hold on. That was a little one. I'm going to test out my theory to see if it still works. The goal when you're trying to cure hiccups is to breathe in through your nose, but I'm not going to do it yet. You do kind of a short inhale. Oh, there it goes. You do a short inhale. I'm recording this as a science experiment many years ago. I learned from a doctor that when you get the hiccups, you have to breathe in through your nose quickly. Now, please note, for the sake of this science experiment, I have not breathed in through my nose yet because I want to prove that this works. You hear my hiccups. You hear that they're legitimate. It's very uncomfortable for me right now. I should have cured this 5 hiccups ago. But instead, I care about you learning this trick that I so wonderfully learned many years ago by accident. I just happened to be bringing it up to a doctor. And he told me, this is what you got to do. So you ready? I'm going to breathe in hard through my nose. Watch what happens. Ooh. I think I'm hiccup free. One breathe in through the nose. Captured for all to hear.
And just to quote Kenny from a few moments ago, I'm not a scientist. Get out of here.
You are a scientist after all.
No, you're still not. But your hiccups are so annoying.
And that audio,
so annoying. Like what? I couldn't. I was like, just hurry up and breathe through your nose already.
This was an experiment. I had a show with great detail.
And that audio wasn't doctored in any way.
No.
That was legit.
That was the experiment.
Wow.
Yeah, the music was naturally playing.
Excuse me of being,
You have your own
music that
soundtrack.
follows him everywhere he goes.
My whole life has a soundtrack.
That's
You know
cool.
that. This is the TJ Show.
My life in Malibu was the life people dream about. For a minute there, I had it all.
You better watch your mouth, kid. You have no idea what I'm capable of.
I hope whatever revenge you were trying to get on all of us in Malibu was worth it. You're dead to me.
Until I didn't.
Do you want to listen to what I have to say or not?
I don't!
You're looking rough, Ella. These royals really do a number on you.
You're the reason that Ella left!
You create chaos wherever you go, Ella, and I'm so over it.
If you want me, you need to choose me.
I'm not scared of competition, Elle. I already know I'm the right guy.
The Royals of Malibu. Out now. Follow The Royals of Malibu on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere you listen to podcasts.
You can't outrun the Royals.
I outran you.
Hey, it's Amelia Ritaller.
And Evan Lazarus.
And this is Girls Rewatch Podcast, a podcast about girls,
TV,
and girls on TV.
We spent the last 2 years watching every episode of HBO's Girls, written by Lena Dunham. We spent time analyzing the character dynamics,
compared the culture then to the culture now,
and asked our guests important questions like,
Girl, what girl are you? And girl, did we have fun. We got to talk to iconic guests such as Zasha Mamet, Andrew Rannells, and even Judd Apatow. Now it's time for us to dive into our new era where we will be rewatching every episode of Abby and Alana's Broad City.
We're so excited to be walking down memory lane in army jackets, little vans, and fugly jeans.
So get in that subway car headed to Gowanus from Astoria because, girls, it's time to hack into Broad City.
I wish there was a train that connected Astoria to Gowanus.
Be sure to follow along on our journey by subscribing to the podcast. We release new episodes every Tuesday.
This is the TJ Show, our news. It sounds different around here. Kenny reads through every story he can find, and then he brings us the most interesting ones. Kenny, what's happening on the planet today?
Bill Belichick, former head coach of the New England Patriots, has won more Super Bowls than any other NFL head coach, was on the NFL Hall of Fame ballot for the first time this year, and he did not make the cut.
How is that even possible? Is somebody mad at him?
I mean, I've been listening to a lot of sports talk the last day or so, and from what I'm hearing, there's one person on the voting committee whose name is Bill Polian. He's a former general manager for the Buffalo Bills and Indianapolis Colts. He was the one leading the charge to get the other voters not to include Bill Belichick. People are saying that he's still a little upset and thinks Bill Belichick deserves to wait after the scandals like Spygate and Deflategate.
Is there a time frame between when you retire from the NFL and when you're allowed to be inducted into the Hall of Fame?
So for coaches, you have to be out of the game for one full season.
Okay.
I guess the other legitimate question is what he did when he was filming the Jets and
Other
secretly
teams.
sneaking in video recordings into their practices. You're not allowed to do that. So
that was clearly against the rules. But those rules that he broke, they're not preventing him logistically from getting into the Hall of Fame. It's really just a matter of this one person convincing the other members of the voting committee to make Bill Belichick wait at least another year.
But by him like recording some of the practices and the signals and whatnot, did that help him win games?
Probably.
Yeah, I would say so.
Right.
Yeah, I
and
don't
then
think-
you
I honestly
question
don't-
his, I mean,
yeah.
I'm not saying he's not an amazing coach, but then you question like, you know, his reputation.
It's messy. It's definitely messy.
Well, Tom Brady's going to be coming up for Hall of Fame induction either next year or the year after. Does he get in as a first ballot Hall of Famer?
He's the GOAT.
He's tied to some of these things as well.
Yeah.
So why is it different for Tom than Bill?
I think his hands were totally clean. I lived
hands
in
were not
Boston.
clean.
For 7 years, I was living in Boston during those years, and those were very exciting wins.
Not so sure about
That argument doesn't help prove that he was clean.
I'm trying to get in on a sports discussion, J-Bo. It's the best that I've got.
But it is weird. A lot of the sports talk people that I've been hearing are very much against this. They do believe that Bill
right.
Belichick deserves to be a first ballot Hall of Famer because of his great success in the league.
Kenny, what else do you have?
A man named Jeff is celebrating the 50th anniversary of what is believed to be the world's oldest preserved snowball.
How about that? They were doing that all the way back then.
Yeah, the snowball was created February 5th, 1976 during a rare snowfall in San Jose, California. Jeff was 15 at the time. It was the first time he ever saw snow in person. His mom said, "We should save some of this." She put the snowball in a Skippy jar, kept it in their freezer until she passed away in 2017, and they've been maintaining this snowball ever since through moves, through power outages. They've had to bring dry ice into the equation to keep it cold. They're taking every effort to keep this snowball going.
Wow.
Well, they've been going strong, and it makes me think about my freezer a little bit differently because my kids are constantly trying to save snow. Just yesterday, my little Willa came into the house because we're in an area where we got some snow. She has a block of snow that had a little stick inside of it, and she said, "I want to save this." She put it in the freezer, and I opened the freezer to get my frozen blueberries, and it's right there, and I got to work around it.
I read through this article, and the most impressive thing to me about this article is that the Skippy jar was glass at the time. Because now Skippy jars are plastic. And I'm like, oh, look at that.
I prefer that.
Yeah, I
Those
prefer
were
glass.
the days.
Yeah. I'm impressed by that.
Good. Well, good for them. Happy to hear. It reminds me of the frozen biscuit story. Remember we interviewed those people?
Yeah.
It was similar.
That's similar. I don't know how long it was. The biscuit may have been older.
They should do a freezer museum. You know how like some grocery stores have those big freezers that you can walk into?
Mm-hmm.
They should do that in like someone who has wedding cake from the 60s.
Sure.
Throw that in there.
I like it.
Yeah.
Squirrel head. Whatever weird
Who
stuff.
has a frozen
I don't know.
squirrel head
Somebody
in the
will.
freezer?
Somebody
Probably
will.
does, I bet.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff jokes that while most parents leave behind money or jewelry to their kids, his kids will inherit the world's oldest snowball in a Skippy jar.
Thanks, Dad.
Kenny, what else you got?
Well, French lawmakers have taken it one step closer to a social media ban for all children 15 years or younger, following the lead of Australia, which recently passed a law.
Hey, that's great news, I think. I see the horrible effects that social media is having on adults, but especially kids. I think more nations need to get on this. I just can't see America doing it because they care too much about making their money.
Sure.
Yep.
and these people are like, running things. They've put light hurdles. They go, oh yeah,
Very light hurdles.
You have to type your age in. Let's make sure you're being honest now. Yeah, that's what I would have done when I was 13.
Right.
Yeah, it passed the National Assembly, which is like their House of Representatives, 116 to 23. It now moves on to their Senate. If the Senate passes, it will become a law, which they expect to take effect ahead of the next school year in September.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing the rotten fruit of it.
They move pretty fast over there, too.
Yeah. Kenny, what else do you have?
The musician Jeff Buckley, who passed away in 1997, one of his songs recorded in 1994 has just entered the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart at 97. It's his first hit single 29 years after he died.
How does that happen?
It happens because of TikTok.
Oh, I was going to guess Stranger Things, because didn't that happen with Stranger Things with a different song?
It did. But in this particular case, it was people using this song in TikTok videos, generally introspective, reflective TikTok videos. It's a very somber, kind of sad song.
Interesting.
And through it going viral on TikTok, people have been searching on streaming platforms to hear this song, and those streaming numbers are what launched it into the Hot 100.
How about that?
Cool.
What a different world.
Yeah.
I don't think there was ever a time, unless I'm wrong, where you'd have a song from that many years ago that would just shoot up to number one, or I guess it's not number one, but it's on the top 100 list.
Right.
Yeah, it's, other than maybe the holiday season where those holiday songs resurface every
I
year.
guess that's
Mariah, she makes her rounds every year.
But this isn't the first situation of a 90s song becoming a hit in the 2020s. Just last August, a Radiohead song appeared on the Hot 100 some 20 years after it was released.
Oh, so I guess it does happen more
So
often.
it's happening more now. I think you're right in the sense that now is the time for this kind of thing to happen, mainly because of social media and these songs going viral as background music.
It's got to be the coolest thing, too. Like for his estate, all of a sudden, it's like, whoa, Uncle Jeff's song is making us more money.
Yeah, it's
We got a little check in the mail.
Yeah. Kenny, what else do you have?
Well, speaking of money, meta platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp may soon start charging you, according to a report in TechCrunch. It appears they're testing out a tiered subscription model that would give users access to exclusive features.
Oh, that's nice.
Don't do it.
You gonna pay for the gram, J-Bo?
No,
Do
man,
not
it's
pay
been
for
free.
social media.
I'm not paying
Don't
for
do
that.
it.
No.
Yeah, do we need it that badly? I'm glad they're testing it. Hopefully people don't go, yeah, I'm ready for this.
Yeah, we're not sure what kind of features there'll be. A lot of speculation is saying there'll be different kinds of AI features, but it is ironic because Facebook on their homepage used to have a slogan saying, "It's free and always will be." They took that off the homepage in 2019.
Well, paying for it will be an option. You don't have to pay for it, at least
True.
from my understanding.
Yeah, the
so
core features will
technically, it's
still
still going to be free.
Right.
It's just, do you want to pay for it for other features?
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of like Gmail. Right now, my wife's inbox is exploding at the seams. And, it's because just years of emails after email. And she's like, let me just pay the monthly. It's only 69 cents a month.
Or you could just delete the emails you have.
Yeah, and so I went in. She was doing it one at a time on her phone. I said, you know what? Let me go to the computer. Let me select 15,000 emails in the promotions tab. And look, what do you know? 10% is available. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get her down. Kenny, thank you for keeping us somewhat informed.
That's what's happening.
I really like this idea. I wonder if we can get something like this around here, or maybe we could start it. There is now a museum of personal failure. It has opened in Vancouver, and this is a pop-up shop at a mall. It's founded by a local resident who says he was inspired by the end of a romantic relationship.
Okay.
And what this museum does, it features failures from all different people. There's even posters up across the area seeking people who have failed. The headline says, "Failures Wanted." The museum features a physical representation of a personal failure alongside some text that explains the failure. I used to struggle a lot a number of years ago with my past or my bad choices, and looking back on it, you realize, man, that really held me back. That slowed things down for me.
The failures, or like pondering over them and holding on to them?
Well, the shame of it, because the failure is actually no big deal, but if you don't see it that way, then you're carrying around all this weight. So I love the idea of putting these failures on display. There's a wall of reject, which is plastered with various submitted employment application rejections, firing notices.
Nice.
I didn't get a job that I really wanted one time. It was a dream job. Even had a big secret meeting about it. I was like in a area where no one could see us. It was very intense. And it was for a radio job that I really thought was it for me. Had I gotten that gig at the time that they put it up, it would have completely destroyed my career. And that failure at that time was really hard for me, but thank God it didn't happen. It was not the time for it. I was not ready to carry the weight of it. So I'm very grateful for that failure, but at that time I didn't have that perspective. Ivan's mom, so this is the guy who started it, submitted her wedding dress for display. She called it Threads of Innocence because she said it's the innocence of a false fairy tale of things that you think are going to happen when you're young, but it doesn't happen. So here she thought that was her dream, and it wasn't. Similar, I guess, in a way. A bladesmith submitted a knife he crafted, unsharpenable, which is a problem for a knife. But he said if it wasn't for that knife, he would have never unlocked how to make a good knife.
Right.
The museum also features photographs and other artifacts of failed relationships, a failed car repair. Well, is that your car?
It might be. Yeah.
She says that she takes her car, Heather, to the repair shop. And then next thing you know, she's broken down on the highway. This would be great.
Yeah.
That's frustrating.
This sounds like a room full of losers, but
No, it doesn't. It's not a room full of losers. This is good. There's a record of failed songs from a local music producer. So it's amazing to me that, it's a tale as old as time. You look at every great story, and not one great story it was smooth sailing. It was totally fine.
A lot of successful people will say that go ahead and just fail often, like fail fast. Just go ahead and get it out the way, because once you fail, you figure out how not to do certain things and what to fix, and then the next thing can be successful.
Well, how do we get this here, J-Bo? Do you want to start it?
No, you have a list of failures.
All right, I do.
You start it,
the wall
and then
of
I'll
rejects.
add to it.
Let me ask the girls who rejected me if they'd be willing to
There
lend
you
their
go.
photo. We get all kinds of phone calls around here, all kinds of voice messages. I don't know if you guys agree with this. I think one of our most mysterious callers is Gina from South Bend.
Yep.
she pops up every once in a while, and we have reached her on the phone, and we did have a conversation with her a while back. But since then, and it's sporadic, we get messages like this from her, and I'll just play this here.
Hey, my name's Virginia. I'm calling from Lakeville. It's near South Bend. And I've been listening to you guys for a long time, and I love it, okay?
Now, she calls like we haven't talked and that we don't know her.
Right.
Like she's a first-time caller, but we've talked to her a bunch.
I'm just telling you this, okay? Because you need to know this, that you're very cool people.
Well, thank you for that, Gina. It does mean a lot.
And really, we've spoken to Gina once, but we've heard from Gina multiple times because of voicemail.
Yes.
Just like J-Bo. I don't know about TJ, but...
She's a big fan of J-Bo, not so much me.
Anyways, this is Gina, okay? Come on. I ain't heard my jokes on the radio or anything like that, but...
Yeah, she wants to share jokes on the radio, but what she does, and you're going to hear it in a moment, is this.
I got a new joke for you, but you have to call me back to hear the joke. Bye-bye.
Every time. Every time.
And that's where the mystery is. She always says, I've got a joke, but if you want to hear it, you've got to call me back. And then we try to call her back, and we can never reach her.
Yeah.
And so,
that one time we called her back, she called us back up to left us a voicemail and said, I was working. You called me while I was working.
Right.
We don't know your schedule.
Sorry,
Jokey
Gina.
Jokey Gina.
Jokey Gina.
Yeah, we should call her Jokey Gina.
Hey, TJ, I love your show. I got a joke for you.
Oh, look, there's Gina. Okay.
Yeah. Ready? Are you
Yeah,
ready for it?
I'm ready for it.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
You got to call me back.
Oh, come on, Gina.
Call me back.
You know, why don't you just leave the joke on the message, and then if it's good, we'll play it back.
Yeah, that's no fun. I got another one for you.
Oh, you
TJ.
do? Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
It's a great one. It's a classic. A guy walked into a bar.
All right.
Okay.
What happened?
You got to call me back.
Call me back.
Call me back.
Okay, but why don't you ever pick up when we do call you back?
Because you called me while I'm at work.
But when are you not at work? Please tell us so we can reach you.
Well, if you want to know, you got to call me back.
But how can I call you back if I don't know when you're there?
Call me back.
All right, I'll give you one joke, TJ.
Okay, you're going to give us a joke. All right,
I'm
here
going
it
to
goes.
give you
Jabo.
a full joke. Okay,
We're going to get it.
A dog, a pony, and a rhinoceros climb up a ladder.
All right.
All right.
You got to call me back.
Okay.
Come on,
All right.
Gina.
We're going to try to call Gina back, and my guess is we're not going to reach her. If we do, we will get her on the phone in a few moments. But don't hold your breath.
Yes, call me back, all right?
All right. We love Gina. This is the TJ Show.